Hello and welcome. It's Wednesday evening, and it's time to share with you some great tips on fashion and fads and looking great, knowing your style personality, and knowing your body type. Hi, my name's Kim McClure. I'm with KDM Life and Beauty. And tonight we're going to talk about an article that I was reading that says that nearly half of all women struggle with some type of wardrobe fit issues. So I'd love to know in the comments if that's you. Do you ever struggle with fit issues when you go shopping? I do. And I know that if I do, you probably do too. So let's talk about some things that came up in this article. I think it's so good, and I hope it will help me learn from you what exactly you need, what exactly your struggles are. Because one of the things I'm getting ready to do the second week in March, on the 12th of March, I am doing a webinar on capsule wardrobe. So it's going to be a great piece. I'm super excited about it because it's not going to be your normal capsule wardrobe teaching. I'm doing it a whole lot on personality style. I'm doing it a whole lot different than just, three jackets, three pair of pants, three skirts, that kind of thing. So there's a whole lot of flexibility in it. But I truly believe that a capsule wardrobe can make such a difference for you in just freeing your mind of something else to have to think about. So give me a yes in the comment if you struggle in the morning with what to wear. Do you ever walk into your closet? If this is you, put yes. Do you ever walk into your closet and you've got all these clothes and you think, I have no idea what I'm going to wear today? And even if you're picking out your clothes the night before, you may still run into that dilemma. However, you've got time at night before you get up the next morning. You're not rushing out the door. But have you found that you tend to keep things in your closet that you think, I'll get back to that size, or I may like that again, or those are wrong reasons to keep things. All right. So that's what this webinar is going to be all about. But today I want to know from you all that if this is true, because they did a study of 2,000 women across the United States, and these women revealed that no matter what their shape was, 46% struggle with some size or fit issues that impact what they wear. Can I get an amen? Because I know I don't wear fitted dresses anymore because my stomach is larger than it used to be, and it's just not becoming on me anymore. So, knowing that, I have switched in what I wear. My body type makes a huge difference in what I wear. And where I place things on my body, my jewelry, my scarves, my belts, my earrings, are to draw attention to the areas that I want people to look at. And one of the things about earrings is it's always going to draw it to your beautiful face. And that's a place that we always want people to look. And or our shoulders. That's always such a beautiful place on a woman. So, a couple things that they really suggest that come up all the time, and I've heard this in these groups, is the middle section, the midsection, and I have a great freebie on that: how to classily cover up a muffin top, because we all have them. Well, maybe not all, but most of us have experienced it when our body shifted. So, if you're concerned about your midsection, here are a couple tips. Try layering a jacket or cardigan or a blouse or a tee. Let me say that again. Try layering a jacket, a cardigan, or a vest over a blouse or tee to minimize your stomach and elongate your figure. If you prefer dresses and skirts, look for a thicker waistband. It creates the waist that you want, but holds in and minimizes the look of the belly. And I have a couple skirts that have like a really elastic band almost that goes across the midriff. If you could see my hands, you'd see where I'm talking about. But across the midriff, and it helps hold my belly in. Of course, I also wear shapewear, but that's a great way to do it. When you're wearing, and you've heard me say this 1,000 times, when you wear a wrap dress, that helps to conceal so much. Or even, depending on your body type, a peplum around the bottom of the blouse will cause it to uh, not show your belly as much and to cover it up. All right, so if you're concerned about your thighs, wear a printed top or accessory that's going to emphasize your top half. How many times have we heard that? So if you are a pear shape or even anything with the large hips, the round hips, the large thighs, a great thing to do is to bring the focus up. Remember, fashion is illusion and getting dressed is illusion. And so we are just putting the eye where we want it to go. So wearing a printed top or accessory will emphasize your top half. Like this necklace I'm wearing right here is going to definitely draw your eye right here. Would you agree? Then I'm wearing a longer one that is going to elongate my body and make me look more thin and tall. Wear a long vest or sweater that hits right at or above the knee. It covers your thighs while creating a slimming effect. But don't use it as a cover up. So many women use clothing as a cover up when they would actually look thinner if they wore less of a cover up and just accented their parts that they want people to notice. If you can't find pants that fit in the waist or hips, play around with where the pant hits you, the different rises. High rise pants with stretch usually work best in dealing with this particular issue. Find a denim brand that focuses on fit, like Good American. They're made for more curvy women who struggle with the hip to waist ratio. And I've also even found little hooks that you can put on your jeans that will cinch the waist, but keep the hips the size they need to do. And they're on Amazon. They're really cheap. If you'd like to know more about that, just message me and I'll send you the details. So if you're concerned about your arms, a couple weeks ago I did a video talking to you about how to conceal the bat wings. And of course, the first thing I want you to understand is no one sees your arms but you. No one says, "Oh my gosh, did you see that woman's flabby arms?" No, they don't. They're more like, "Did you see her fabulous lipstick? Did you see her cute shoes? Did you see that necklace? Love her hair." That's what they're thinking. And if they aren't, they don't need to be your friend anyway. But seriously, they really aren't thinking about your flabby arms. So, but if you have a concern with that, depending on the temperature, a nice jacket can do the trick. But if it's too hot for jackets, try the cold shoulder trend where you have the openings right here, or try more of a breezy style open knit or even open fabric that will allow the breeze to go through it, like linen, things like that. Sleeveless tops can be great as long as they are not cap sleeves, because cap sleeves are going to draw the eye directly to the area you don't want people looking at. So look for a cut that shows off your collarbone. This is just such a pretty area on a woman. And I think it's so important to do that. There are just so many tricks that you can use. Cardigans, if it's summertime, you can do like a wrap. What am I trying to say? Like a kimono almost. So it's cool and breezy, but yet it's covering up. The sheer sleeves are huge this year, and so that's a great way to cover it up. If you have a long torso, opt for long lines, even a thin pinstriped top or a jacket, and then longer third pieces. And by third pieces, that would be like your cardigan, your sweater, your jacket, those kind of things. And then embrace high-waisted pants if you have a long torso, and pair it with a fitted top. That makes your legs look longer. Who doesn't want that, right? And it accentuates the waist. If you've got a short torso, I recommend half tucking. And I know some of my clients are like, "I hate half tucking." And if that's so, find something else. Using the quarter trick with a rubber band is a great way to do a half tuck without it looking like a half tuck. It actually ruches the shirt up to the outer corner and draws the eye up, and also the ruching will cover a lot um, of our things we want to cover up, such as our belly or hangover or whatever. Okay, so cropped jackets also directly point to your waist and they help create that shape for you. So if you're short torso, you really want to think about wearing cropped jackets. If you have narrow hips and you want to hide it, a peplum is a great option. It creates volume without creating the illusion of a baby bump. Now, many of you are going to ask, what's a peplum? It's a shirt that comes down to your waist, and then it has like a ruffle around the bottom, for lack of a better explanation. And that ruffle is a peplum. And that, in other words, you're going to have this kind of look like this, and then it's going to go out. But it's not going to go out to where it'll make you look like you have a baby bump. Okay, so here are some statistics I thought was really interesting. 53% of the women say they dress to actively cover things up. Is that you? I hope not. Because like I say, when you go to cover things up, you actually make yourself look larger. 13% of the women say they dress to show off their body. Yay for those women. I'm so thrilled for them. And that's the other thing. I really believe that it is so important that we as women lift each other up rather than cutting each other down. I try to always find something good or something beautiful about a woman, and there's always something. And so be sure and share that. Don't ever criticize, even if they dress a whole lot different than you do and maybe show a whole lot more skin or whatever it is that makes you uncomfortable. There's still something about them. And number one, we just have to lift each other up. All right. So 46% say size and fit issues impact what they wear. So tell me, do you have that problem? Does it affect what you wear as far as the size and fit? Like I said, I don't wear tight dresses anymore. I don't wear a lot of form-fitting things that I used to wear, but I still do the things I've always done. I like my dresses and skirts just right above the knee. Anything more than that makes me feel frumpy. And so I know where my spot is to make me feel comfortable. I know what shape is best for my body type and what I feel comfortable in. So when I go shopping, it's so important to know that. And speaking of which, if you don't know what your body type is, it's okay. I've got a freebie for you, and you can get it by going to kimdmcclure.com, excuse me, and clicking on resources. You can also get the how to classily hide belly fat, and you can get the key to understanding your body type. Those two items are great freebies that can really change how you feel and how you dress and how you look in your clothes. So, priorities when shopping for your clothes. 27% look to cover their arms. 29% of women think about covering their thighs. And 65% shop to hide their belly. So let me know if you're in any of those things. Do you shop to cover your arms, cover your belly, or cover your thighs? And this, I truly believe, is probably correct. Half say their biggest fit issue is finding pants that fit in the waist and the hips. And over half feel like there are no clothes made to fit their body type. So when you discover something that works for your body, with you being over 50 or over 40 or over 80 or over 90, share it with us because we need to know where you're getting these clothes and what you found. And sometimes it's going to a resale shop and getting vintage clothes, just saying. So making it the most avoided clothing item were pants. That's the most I'm sorry, the bikini. I apologize. Finding pants was half of the people said they had issues with that. 19% of women feel confident in a bikini. Only 19%. So if you are the other 81%, you're okay. You're with me. I don't do a bikini. I didn't even feel comfortable in a bikini when I was 12. So, and I was skin and bones. So, the bikini is the most avoided clothing item, followed by, and I thought this was interesting, mini skirts, form-fitting dresses, strapless tops and dresses, and jumpsuits and rompers. So, very interesting, don't you think? So, one of the things I think is so funny, it says 66% of us buy items in a multiple color when we find something that fits. And I can attest to that. When I find something that fits, number one, I share it with you guys. Number two, I buy it in multiple colors. And I like, for instance, I love my Gloria Vanderbilt jeans. They're not hard, they're not easy to find, but they work really, really, really well with my body. And so when I find them, I buy as many as I can get right then. 61% believe avoiding certain clothing because of their shape has played a role in their personal style. And I think that's true. A lot of women choose clothes on what fits and don't follow through with their personal style. And that's why I teach personal style is so important. Why? Because your personal style says who you are, and that is unique to you. And listen to this. The average woman has 6 items in her closet that she never wears, but is hanging on until they fit better. Can I share a secret? I have more than 6 items. What? But I will tell you, I got rid of 2 sizes in my closet. I'm only keeping 1 down from where I am now. So that's a good one. That's a starting point. The average woman has 4 items that do fit, but they don't feel confident enough to pull them off. And those are the ones I'd love for you to share with me, and let's talk about it, see how we can get it to where that you are comfortable in it. And body confidence, to let you know that you are normal. 1 in 10 say they never feel confident in how they look. Now that I think is sad. And that's why you want to work with an image coach and a personal stylist, because we can help you find the things that you will feel confident in. 43% say they struggle with body confidence when they're shopping with clothes. And the average woman only feels confident about 4 days a week. And only 12% say they feel more confident in the fitting room. So, what can we do to change this statistic and make it something that is all about you and you feeling fabulous in your clothes? I'd love to know in the comments what your biggest adversity is, your biggest struggle, and let's cover that. And also keep in mind that on the 12th of March, again, I'm going to be doing a free webinar called Building a Wardrobe. Well, I just went brain dead on what I'm doing. Building a capsule wardrobe. There we go. All right. You too can do this. All right. But seriously, effortless style, how to build a wardrobe that you love, a capsule wardrobe that you love. And this isn't to put you in a box. So it's going to be a whole lot of a different view than what most people teach for a capsule wardrobe. So I'd love to see you there. And I'd love to know in the comments, please comment and let me know what items you struggle with most. Thanks for sharing with me today. I hope this helped you with knowing that you are normal and it's okay to have the feelings that you have, and we're in it together. Until next time, bye-bye.